So through security and immigration, a little tip: if you go down to checkpoint 3, there's usually not much of a line down there. There was nobody in line with me. I was the only one in security and the only one coming through customs. 11 o'clock at night, but it is low season. Let's take a look at some of the shopping and the food here on this side of security at the gates, and then I'm out of here. This is the middle checkpoint, and as you can see, not that many more people, but this is the one that can get the most crowded. It's so quiet here. The new terminal is hardly used. A lot of the shops aren't even built out yet, so there's almost nobody over here. And this whole end, like from, I don't know, 117 down to however far it goes there behind me, I'm the only one out here. Me and a couple people cleaning. Well, I'm not cleaning, they are. So I got a little bit longer to wait. I'll see you in Doha. Okay, welcome to Doha. So welcome to Doha. I have to kill a couple hours here, and I came out here to the Orchard out on the sea terminal to catch some B-roll, make some stock video while I'm here. I got a couple hours to kill between flights, so I thought I would check in. The Hamad International, Doha, Qatar, won many awards for best airport in the world, but I gotta tell you, I don't know how. From the time you get off the plane, it is utter chaos. You park way out on the tarmac in most cases, and you have to bus in. They load one bus at a time, so if the bus gets full, you're standing on the steps exposed to the lovely Qatar sun, 40 some degrees Celsius, waiting for the next bus to pull up. And they drop you off at the terminal for the transfers, which is nothing but chaos. So crowded, no organization, just a couple guides shouting this way, transfers this way. You go through security there. And then you come into the airport, which again is just nuts. The signage is terrible. There are some guys in black suits hanging around that you can ask for directions, or you can find one of the fire wardens in the red shirt and ask them for directions if you need some help. But other than a bunch of nice high-end shops, like you think of any high-end brand that's in this airport, other than that, I don't think the airport really offers much, and certainly doesn't win any awards in my book. Hey y'all. Well, good morning from Lisbon. As you can tell, probably, I am on, now you can tell for sure, I am on the famous Pink Street in central Lisbon. It has been raining all night, so there's some nice water on the ground. I'm gonna walk the city and hopefully get some good pictures this morning. Take a look around, see what I've got. If you remember from early on, Portugal was one of the countries where I thought I might retire to. It was one of the options in my final 10. And I'll put a link to that video up here where you can look at my top 10 choices before I whittled them down and decided to move to Thailand. So let's take a walk around Lisbon. Maybe we'll get some good pictures and reflections with this water on the ground. Let's check it out. One of the things I'm going to be focusing on this morning anyway is getting some stock video shots done. There are a lot of sites in Lisbon, of course. The trolleys are very popular, but I've got a list of shots put together that I want. I actually saw some folks on a website requesting some videos. They were looking for some stock video and couldn't find them, and they happened to be shots of Lisbon. So I find myself close to those. I'll try and snag them, but gonna get my steps in today. One of the things I will also try and do for you is kind of keep a running total. I don't know how detailed or I don't know how forgetful I'm gonna end up being, but try to keep an idea of the costs for you so that if any of you are considering Lisbon, you'll have a little bit of an idea of cost of living here. But keep in mind, I'm right in central tourist area, so I'm sure food costs are going to be much higher down here than they would be out in, you know, an everyday neighborhood, if you will. So there was a big marathon in town yesterday, and they haven't quite taken all of the stuff down yet. So that's going to ruin stock shots for the plaza. Would have been good editorial shots if the marathon was going on, but I don't know, maybe just the leftovers. I'll shoot a couple and put it up with the aftermath. Now I'm going to head over to the Bika elevator. Hopefully, it's just now 9 o'clock in the morning. Won't be too crowded yet. Hoping it's running, and it was running yesterday. And I'm hoping that I can get a spot where I get a couple good shots of it. So it's €4.10 to ride if you're paying cash. But if you have the little Lisbon travel card or transit card that you can get for about €11 a day, this is included, and that makes it free. With that one, you can ride all the trolleys, all the buses, all the metros, so all the public transportation is free all day, 24-hour pass. I think you can get up to 72 hours, and it runs about €11 a day. Now I gotta haul ass up the steps to catch that train because it's about full and ready to leave. This is the walk that it saved you. Pretty steep. All right, here it comes. All right, we'll call that a win. And now it's time for coffee. So the little espresso and the two little pastries, £2.80. One thing you do have to worry about in Lisbon is pickpockets. Be careful at bus stops and tram stops and that kind of thing. Getting on and off while you're waiting. Last time I was here, I was taking pictures at a trolley stop and out in the middle of the tracks. I'm getting a nice low angle shot, and a woman that was waiting to get on the trolley on the sidewalk had her wallet stolen out of her purse while she was standing there. So be careful, they're everywhere. I'm gonna head back to the room, take a little break, and then I'm gonna head down to one of the other spots on my list, but it doesn't open yet, so break time. So this is LX Factory. It's in the arts district. It's an old textile mill that's been turned into a lot of little shops, restaurants. Let's take a look. This is the famous bookstore. So it's famous because of all the books in the wall there and that Instagrammable spot in the middle, which right now is obscured by the person on the bike. Well, up early again for my last full day in Lisbon. The plan for the morning is go catch a train and go to Cascais. Let's go. Well, that was an easy trip. Been a nice morning exploring Cascais. The sun has come out. I found some shade. Had to dig out the hat from the backpack. But it's almost noon. I think it's time to grab one more coffee, a bottle of water, and then head back into Lisbon. Pretty little town. If you're up this way, it's worth the €5 train ride, or if you get the regional rail pass for the day, that's €8 all day. You can go back and forth, ride anywhere you want. That's certainly worth it. But come check it out. Cute little seaside town, lots to see, a lot of art, a lot of museums, a lot of cool food, and some beaches. Let's head back to the train. So Genius here didn't vlog at all from his first 3 days that were down in Lagos on the south coast of Lisbon. And I didn't film an outro for the whole trip. So what you get now is a little montage of drone video from down in Lagos, and I'll see you in the next one.